New segment alert! Don't you hate it when life just gets in the way of your reading schedule? It just doesn't seem fair, does it? Quick little weekly update. This is going to be a new thing I do on the channel from now on. I'll explain now. Hey, what's up, bookworms? Mike here. Just want to give a quick little update. I am still following a reading schedule. I did kind of flip a couple of things just because I was somewhat ahead of my schedule, and after finishing First Law, I needed kind of a break from fantasy for a minute to kind of let that one marinate. Very, very good book, by the way. I put the review for a little hatred right there. But I am still reading Dr. Sleep by Stephen King. It is a Stephen King book that I actually never read when it first came out. I'll get into it when I do my review for this, but let's see. I'm almost done. I think I was at about 73% when I logged it on Goodreads earlier today. So definitely in the final act now. Very different than I was expecting, but like I said, I'll get into that in detail after I finish that. Even though the Lightbringer books haven't gotten very much traction on the channel, not as much as I would like, because they're very good books, I started that plan of doing one a month until I got caught up with a new book coming out. About a month from now, October the 22nd, is when the final book in the Lightbringer series comes out. Guys, if you haven't started the series, check out my videos for them. These are really, really, really... Brandon Sanderson fans would like this quite a bit. Weeks isn't as good a writer as Sanderson, because, I mean, that's the Lord Ruler. That's not really a fair comparison. But I really feel like fans of Stormlight would really, really get in these books, because the magic system is probably even better than what they have in the Stormlight archive. It's really, really fantastic. So I'm gonna read book 4 here. It's a hefty one, but I figure I got a month before what's it called, The Burning White comes out. So this will be the last one I read before that. I'm gonna try to take it right up until the release, so I don't have to wait, because they are very, very good books, and they always seem to end on a cliffhanger. So folks have asked me, okay, after that, that's the last thing I have on my schedule. Then I have a lot of mop-up duty, as I'm calling it, a lot of book series that I've started. Just want to kind of continue on, like the Demon Cycle. I really like that series. Talk about a series that doesn't get no traction on the channel. If I do get anybody that's interested in the Demon Cycle series, it's just to tell me how much they hate how the series got as it went along. I'm 2 books in. I've loved it. I have the last Broken Empire book. I want to read some more of The Witcher before the Netflix series starts, and I plan on doing like full-on episodes for The Witcher, because I love the game series. I've only read the first book. I absolutely loved the first book, The Last Wish. I'm sorry, it's the first short story. It's not the actual first book. It's a short story collection called The Last Wish. That review's here. And I guess really this lead up until holidays. After the holidays, I plan on getting back into the Wheel of Time. You know, I took a quick little break from Wheel of Time. Not because I was burned out, but I wanted to avoid possibly getting burned out. So I figured right before I reached that so-called slog, you know, and I talked about the slog on the channel more than once, specifically right here. And I guess there's one, and this is kind of weird because people know how much I love Brandon Sanderson. Love him. I think he's the Tolkien of this era. I really, really do. And I love the Stormlight Archive. But this has been an entirely difficult book to get through. It's so weird because I still love all the characters. I love where it's going. But there's this plot about halfway through. By the way, halfway through is 650 pages of this bad boy. And this is small, small, small print too. I mean, it's not a light read. And like I said, I still love it, but there's a plot in the middle of it where it kind of reminds me of that Canto Bight section of The Last Jedi in Star Wars that just felt like you could cut it out and nothing would change. And it's just, it's kind of felt like for the first time, I felt like Sanderson was kind of, you know, spinning his wheels just to make his book a little longer. And I'd never have gotten that out of any of his books. Knowing him, it'll probably come around and mean quite a bit and actually be quite meaningful. Right now, I'm just like, that was like 200 pages that could have been just excised from this book. But I am almost into the 3rd act now. So I'm thinking maybe over Christmas break, I'm going to buckle down and finish that, because part of me didn't finish it because, like I said, that the middle section was really rough. But a larger part of me has been more of, I don't want to have to wait for book 4, you know? I read the first 2 books right before book 3 came out. So, but then I had read like 2 million words in a couple of months, so I needed a quick break. So Sanderson stuff, obviously very, very good. I have heard mixed things all around from the fan community about Oathbringer. Some absolutely love it. Some say it's the worst in the series. Some say it's the first. Actually, I just feel like it's the first Stormlight book that the fantasy community isn't just like over the moon about. And I don't know if that really deterred me from anything. It's a heavy, heavy read. And I felt like I needed a break. I was trying to read it at the same time I was reading a Wheel of Time book, Lord of Chaos, and that's just like, wow, you just like to add a little pain to your suicide, don't you? But I'm really thinking I want to try to get this finished in case Sanderson does meet expectations and actually gets the book out this time next year, which would be incredible for book 4. So I definitely don't want to be playing catch up to where I feel like I'm burned out again before it's time to start that book. So that's kind of where I stand right now, guys. Just want to give you. I'm thinking I'm going to start doing these weekly updates, just to let everyone know where I'm at, what my plans are for just the immediate future. Instead of doing these long forecast things of what I'm going to do in 2020 and 2021, stuff like that, just do a quick little brief video, just to let you know what I'm doing right now and what my plans are. Yes, real life can be a son of a bitch, and I am a full-time student, so I'm doing that. I am a full-time dad, and definitely trying to work on that. I just got my kids in the Cub Scouts, and anybody who has young kids knows that is basically another job. Because at Cub Scouts, you have to do a lot of stuff with the kids, and whereas Boy Scouts, they start to let them do more stuff on their own. But Cub Scouts, it's a lot of the parents doing a lot of the work. So that's definitely something I don't want to kind of mail it in on. So that's why I've gotten past my one book a week kind of pace at the moment. But I'm sure we'll get back on there. But we're really into the holidays. This is the free time. I don't have very much on the schedule right now, so it's going to be a good time, I think. So you guys have a good week, and I'll talk to you soon.